All right, welcome to Double Fine Game Night. We have resurrected in that theme of resurrection. We're going to be playing Resident Evil 1 and 7 tonight. I'm Jeff Solis, lead environment artist at Double Fine. I'm here with Paul and Tim from Capcom.
Hello.
Paul is from Double Fine. You've probably seen him before. So
I play a lot of Capcom games.
Yeah.
The shirt.
We told him we were playing a Capcom game, and he thought we were playing Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And we're not.
Wait, what?
So, tonight, the premise of our show, what we're going to do is we have two murder boxes. One is playing Resident Evil 1, and the other one is playing Resident Evil 7. The people that are playing those games are going to be Michael Tucker back there.
You didn't tell me it was a murder box.
Yeah. And Justin Honiger. They're going to be inside the boxes. We may or may not mess with them while they're playing the game.
Don't lower that table.
You got the box of spiders ready?
Yeah, I did. I have a fire hose of blood in here someplace. So.
That's the subtitle for the game. That's right. I think you lost your mic. Is that a
I
problem?
was my mic.
That's
It's
all
fine.
right. No
So yeah,
holds barred. You know what I mean? Should I set up the game?
Yeah,
a
so we'll
little bit?
set up where we're
Okay.
starting from in Resident
Yeah.
Evil 7.
Okay, so RE1, I believe they're starting from the get-go, right?
Yep.
Right, the intro. RE7, so this takes place about an hour into the game or so. We basically kick you off as you meet the Baker family for the first time. A proper meeting at a family dinner.
Oh, good.
This is when things start to pick up a little bit. The game. So this is a first-person video game,
Right.
Unlike the original Resident Evil, which is like all fixed camera angles, right? So very familiar control scheme, I think you'll find mostly. But some things to note, like R1 is like a quick heal. If you can craft these healing, these first aid medicines, so you can kind of heal on the fly. L1, it blocks. If Jack Baker's going to hit you with a shovel or grab you, if you hit L1, you actually can block, mitigate some damage, maybe break a grab. With your shirt, I'm assuming, you're used to tech throws. Yeah. So there's that. Triangle is like inventory. There's inventory management. You have to really take care of your resources, and don't shoot bullets like they're candy. They are important, and everyone matters. There's a finite amount in this game. So other than that, holler if you have questions, or holler if you're scared.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It's so late. But yeah. Anyway, the game came out this week, and I'm super pumped to see who is more scared from playing RE1 on PlayStation 1 or the RE7.
Yeah, we're gonna measure the tears and jars at the end, and we'll figure out who the winner is.
I love it.
or the soiled pants.
Yeah.
We'll weigh the poop on the pants.
I pre-soiled.
Yeah.
I pre-soiled just to get that out of the way.
Oh, good.
It can be hard to soil under the gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And pressure.
Everyone's watching.
Yeah.
Do my best.
All right, yeah. Let's start it off then.
Start the sacrifice.
Yeah.
Who's doing which one? Justin's got the first one.
Okay.
You want to scoot over, Paul, so James can get up in here?
Get up in here.
Everybody, this is James. You haven't seen him before. He's new to Double Fine, working on Psychonauts 2.
Well, hello.
So now we get to
Good to see you.
make fun of... no, we're not going to make fun of anyone.
No.
We're going to delight in their terror.
This is a serious video.
Yeah.
Horror is serious business, okay? You understand?
Tucker, just play like it's Overwatch.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. That's right. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, it's your job to torment Tucker. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Do you have that weird devil doll from... Okay, good. Just making sure.
Go get it.
How do you know it's gonna be where you left it?
Because...
So do we have any like sharp instruments to poke into those?
No, we don't.
For like a 4D
You can shake
experience?
it, though.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true.
I like the blood cams.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Blood red.
It should be noted that some amazing live action in the original Resident Evil trailer.
It's very good.
Wait,
very good.
which one's the new one?
So on the right, it's going to be, all you have to do is hit circle to begin whenever we're ready. That will kick things back in. So yeah, RE7's on the right. All right. Okay, RE7 has begun.
I'm just having a decent dinner with
Kane and Lynch.
entrails over there.
Pretty similar so far.
Yeah, so far. One,
Just
both.
whenever you want to go.
Okay.
RE7 is a new
Fair
game, and Resident Evil 1 is on the new game option. Okay, so yeah,
Is
option
this where the
races.
demo leaves off?
You know, the demo is actually a totally like bespoke thing. You don't replay any of that here, except the VHS tape that you can find.
out what the finger was for.
He did. Yeah,
Check the middle.
you should. So I haven't seen that. Need to animate that.
Alpha team is flying around the forest zone situated in southwest Redwood City, where we're searching
That
for
lady?
the helicopter marked by
Um,
Bravo team.
They're making him eat other people.
Yeah, why not?
One would assume.
a little ambiguous what exactly the
Bizarre.
meat is, but you know, I mean,
Meat.
But they just took out that guy's arm.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. That is true.
This is the ability for Hannibal Lecter is from.
So, worth noting, the new game takes place in Louisiana. It's in a place called Dolby, Louisiana, so down in the bayou.
good.
Basically, you're playing a guy named Ethan. He's looking for his missing
I don't like
wife.
this.
He got word that she's here.
I sound like Sucker got scared there.
I don't like this.
It was Bravo team's helicopter. Nobody was in it.
That means winning.
But strange
man, there's
things
zombies.
was still there.
Have to find out.
Soon discovered.
Also,
I'm loving the live action from
it's
Resident
good.
Evil. I totally forgot about that.
I love the intro so much. Have you ever seen the uncensored version?
No.
There's one in color
Yeah.
and like it's way more brutal.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's, I mean,
that's spectacular.
it was supposed to be in the director's cut, but they didn't make the actual cut. But you can find it online. It's pretty cool.
Wait, what was game?
Hate that. Whatever you're doing.
Yeah,
It was like to avoid game AO.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It turns out when I was 11, I was not working at Capcom yet, so I'm sorry. I don't have the answer for you, but I can look into it. I promise I will postpone it.
You don't be careful when you get turned on. Too late.
Was it that one on the erotic meter?
Yeah, so Tucker is now loose in the Baker Mansion.
Shit, receipts.
Yeah.
That is scary. Oh! That's
So like
yeah,
also worth noting
that's
is
really
like
funny. You guys,
in addition to we're just like
the worst.
watching these guys play the very first game and the most recent game. Like they both take place in a mansion. There are so many things like thematically that connect RE7 to RE1 beyond even just like the surface like being in a mansion thing. We'll be able to see them as we go along, but
I do know that they brought back some of the very interesting devices that they use to open doors, like dog head sculptures and all of these other things. They're like, these guys have interesting locks.
it's, there's a narrative reason if you choose to believe it. That discover in here if you want to accept that sort of thing.
Just bring it back.
I don't like this.
So yeah, the Resident Evil 7 intro a little more subtle. Hearing zombie moans.
I'm getting very excited.
I don't like this. I like that though. I've been tense all day.
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Okay, another important
Is he just
difference.
gonna come here and kill
Ethan in RE7, just your everyday dude, right?
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
every man. You got Wesker, Barry, and Jill here, like they're cops, right? Like so there's a little bit of difference as far as the cast goes, but
Now, Jill,
we'll see who.
can you
fares
go?
better.
I'm going with you. Chris is our old partner, you know.
Okay, let me handle
Someone's
this.
about to be the master of unlocking.
Yeah, that is
Pretty
true.
soon.
that is Jill.
Stay alert.
Do you guys have any favorite RE characters from the? Who would stick out?
Pretty big fan of that little guy from Resident Evil 4.
Salazar?
Yeah.
That's good stuff. You're small time. Salazar. That's a cool. I'm not calling you small time.
Yeah, man, I do like the vendor control
Yeah, the
from
merchant.
RE4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's great.
Yeah.
What are you buying?
Yeah.
There was like a weird
I also like
backstory with that guy, right? Didn't some of them have red eyes and some of them had blue eyes?
There's some theories out there. Yeah. The answer is I don't know. If the merchant is, yeah.
It does look awesome.
When I played it for the first time, I shot
I'll be
all of them.
examining this.
Ah,
really?
loud sounds.
not
Oh God, no!
Okay, so Jack Baker's on the case. Oh, he got the hatch key.
You guys told me this was a survival comedy game. No! No!
Nice block.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. That's not doing me any good. It's fine. Everything's good.
It seems very Texas Chainsaw.
It's good. Things good. Old lady's gone. It's fine.
Oh.
I appreciate the door transitions.
Oh hi.
When you go through the door in Resident Evil 1, they hid the loads for the rooms by having this like graphic of the door opening, and then you sort of push your way through it, and it just loads the next room. And in 7, your guy kind of pushes his way through all of the doors. He doesn't open them like a normal person.
Nope.
It's like an awesome nod to the original game.
That was like always the nerdy thing I said when people said like, first person Resident Evil, what are you talking about? This is sacrilegious. And I'm like, well actually, like there were first person sequences in the original Resident Evil games, like whether, like these door sequences.
Yeah, there you go.
Think of, but actually they built up tension in the originals, you just said, what's wrong with the door? But now it's like, you don't get a breather. Like those loading doors were all kind of a breather. Now it's just like, I don't know, through the door.
It's a monster!
He's been murdered. Resurrect yourself. Begin again.
Jack Baker won.
How do you feel about the Resident Evil movies?
Alright.
I have not seen them all yet. There's a new one coming out on Friday.
Maybe by this creature.
Seeing the original.
Anyway, let's report this to Wesker.
Yeah, I think evil has come home. May or may not be the tagline. Coincidentally, the Resident Evil 7 tagline was "Sphere comes home."
Excellent use of a laser grid in that movie.
It's true.
Turned some guy into cubes.
Which they reused it as before.
Oh yeah.
The green suite in the first film.
Which one?
When it shows up.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
It was good CG in its day,
I saw it in the hotel recently again.
It's not just like Jurassic Park, right? Yeah. Everyone compares the first Resident Evil movie to Jurassic Park. Are you a fan of the films?
Yes.
Nice.
Don't come in.
We don't make those.
What?
Shit, where was that key?
Wesker! Help me look for
I
him,
would.
Jill. And don't leave this hall for the time being.
My secret dream is to have them make Resident Evil 1 a film, but then put all of the actors in like weird boxy suits.
Yes.
So they look like.
Like the amazing cosplay of like Goldeneye or something with just the.
Yeah, I saw the Laura Croft
Should it
one.
be the
Looks
actors
really
from
good.
the FMV?
Oh, of course. Yeah. They're all like
Every
20
day
years
it's
older
like 3
now.
hours of paper mache work.
No, I'm gonna withhold my hint. I'm withholding my hints. So if we need to give hints or anything, let me know. But otherwise, it's fun to see people flail.
I really like him just running down the hall trying to pick things up while this guy is murdering him.
Should we kill that guy?
It seems like.
Kill him.
Yeah, just do some fisticuffs with the guy.
Use the
with
hatch
Oh,
key.
there's no gun.
The murder man. in
Yeah,
the
he's
baseball bat.
defenseless right now. Yeah.
I'm sure he's a pushover.
Yeah. He should be fine, right?
So we got Jill making some progress in the Spencer Mansion too.
There's so many questions, maybe just spoilers. I don't know if Wesker comes back.
In Resident Evil 1, yeah. I mean, he was just left the hall. Like, yeah, we saw him just a couple minutes ago. Plays a major role in Resident Evil 1. So
He's not a total asshole yet.
Yeah.
That's what you're asking. You don't have to shoot missiles into each one of his eyes.
Oh man, this is the most insane video game possible.
the ending of Resident Evil 5 is one of my favorite endings.
That's pretty great.
Can't possibly be true.
It is, no, 100%.
I
he
love
dies in lava as they shoot rockets into each of his eyeballs.
You're punching.
Are you kidding?
You're punching like molten boulders with your fists.
That also happens. Man, that game's awesome.
Resident Evil 7, tonally, a little different. It's a little different, so I love boulder punching.
Wesker's great. He was really fun in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 as well.
That's right.
Right? They put him in that. One of his
fun to play
moves just he like
impersonator.
shot zombies at people, right?
He just shoots.
Let's search for himself.
Okay.
I'll check the dining
in
room
MSC2,
again.
I think it was Jill
Okay,
summoned like a...
I'll try
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Jill
right.
was-
That's
yeah.
right.
She was more
Mansion
Ninja Jill.
is
and
gigantic.
Yep.
We could get into trouble if we get lost. We should start from the first floor,
That's like my favorite
okay?
series. I
And
was working in an arcade.
Jill,
the first one.
here's a
Oh, the next
lockpick.
Marvel.
Yeah.
It might be handy if you, the
Yeah.
master of unlocking, take it with you.
Yes. I'm okay with that.
Me too.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
Can you tell me the roster for the game?
Why do you think it's called Infinite?
Games as a
Listen, if
service.
someone
Wow!
Infinity Stones.
Infinity Gauntlet, man. Come on.
I guess I'm jaded.
I haven't been making games long enough to be cheated.
Good
Lord! Come on!
now.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's not my series. Like so the fighting game crew at Capcom USA, they're like their own crew. I work on Resident Evil, and then there's like people that handle like Monster Hunter, Ace Attorney.
Did you get to choose?
Did I get to choose?
Yeah.
I mean that's a good.
Or like, if you had to choose, would it have been Resident Evil?
Oh yeah, 100,000,000%. Yeah, this has been like my favorite
It's a lot of percent.
video game. It's more than
So
you
many
get.
percent.
Yeah, usually. But this has been my favorite video game series since I can remember. So it's been
How would you
pretty
rank
cool.
them?
My top 3 is, so to me, and I'm going to say this even before I was at Capcom. I heard. Is that just screams from the streets?
Is that just Tucker?
I
don't think I'm
even
screaming.
before I was at Capcom, I worked at Game Informer, and I helped rank the top horror games of all times. Before I even knew I was a twinkle in Capcom's eye. And I think that the Resident Evil remake is the best horror game that's ever been made. Now, Resident Evil 7 just came out. I gotta have my feelings shake out, but it's RE1, RE4, and RE2 are my top 3. That was, yeah. What about you guys?
7's been getting really good buzz too.
Four
I'm
is-
excited.
I
Four is
probably
I
my
can't wait to play.
Because I played 4 and then went back and played the first.
Oh, sweet.
I probably bought 4 like 5 times.
Thank you.
2 is still pretty. I think 2 is probably my favorite.
Shit!
Yeah, that.
Oh, it still works! It still works!
Even though the dog
Fuck,
spins around
That was perfect. Now, does Jill have the knife equipped right now, or what?
No,
Yeah?
just-
Yeah.
But I don't know what
Hair
button
pants
uses
equipped,
it.
That's what's going
I'm pretty sure. Okay. You can also equip the gun.
Justin knows what that is.
Yeah.
Go.
It's like, sweet, feel much better now.
Oh. Escape to Jack. Okay.
That's not the right way.
Ah, that's you.
Great.
Ignore those
Making progress
dogs.
here.
It's fine.
Scare totals even.
You just slowly lower the roof of the death box.
Don't do it.
Yeah, well, that's very appropriate. For what's
Ah.
happening here, you know what I mean? Hey.
They know we murder him when we're done, right?
That's right.
They've been informed. Their families are.
Yeah.
Well,
Weirdly, they signed off.
yeah. Good life insurance policy.
Nothing useful.
I mean,
Bring it
toilet.
When the timing's right. Okay, so something worth noting. You saved your game on cassette tapes. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
In the original, you had typewriter
Much
ribbons.
Yes.
more
And
modern.
you wrote a novel every time you
That's-
saved.
that's accurate.
Like one typewriter ribbon to one save.
Chapter 29.
Yeah.
In the last 20 minutes. So yeah, like in the first Resident Evil, there was a limited amount of typewriters, or ribbons, so you only had so many saves. In the normal mode here of RE7, you can save manually as much as you want, but if you beat the game, you unlock Madhouse mode, which is like way harder. Some items are in different locations, enemies appear in different spots, but also limited saves again, but as cassette tapes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Bring it back a little bit.
I like
yeah.
when they do that.
I really love the shotgun red herring in the house. That's like my favorite thing. It's pretty hilarious.
I'm really curious to see how that goes.
Is there any narrative stuff with the New Game Plus?
I'll find out.
Okay.
There's zombies.
What? There haven't been zombies for like multiple Resident Evil games. Unless they said.
Well, sure. When Leon guns down the Ganado, he says he's not a zombie, right?
No, don't want to go back there.
It shakes out. Okay. Yeah. All right.
The fuck?
Oh, you're getting a phone call right now. Right.
Oh, they should have turned on subtitles.
Is your refrigerator running?
Most haven't.
Ah, god damn it.
They took the shotgun. Okay. That's one. I mean, that's one strategy. Honestly, it's a very, very legit strategy.
That's not cool. That's not cool.
What's he gonna do? No?
Come on, you got this.
Hey, what's going on?
Garbage smasher.
Jill?
What are you doing?
That'd be a good cut. Like, edit those scenes together, right?
The door won't open. Quick!
See, I asked before the show.
Hurry! This way!
I do really bad, like, dad jokes, you know what I mean? Like, most of the time. You're getting the good stuff right now, which is like, make your judgments as you will. But, I don't know. I just dig him.
That was too
He has
close.
a Magnum.
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
Pretty cool.
You're
Massive forearms.
Barry, thanks for saving my life.
Monstrous hand gestures.
That's right.
Barry,
Monstrous hands.
didn't you say you're going back to the
So,
dining room to do
if you
some
were playing
research?
Chris,
Why on
Chris
earth
has
are
no
you
such
here?
luck as Barry saving him. Like, if Chris tries to take the shotgun and is stupid enough to leave the room, like, that, sorry,
I
Chris,
just
he's
had
dead.
something I wanted to check. Now, let's get back to
Wait,
searching for
first
the lost
person,
captain
so
and
does that
Chris,
mean
shall we?
You know,
Thank you,
wow,
Barry.
what good questions you have this entire. There's a lot of good questions here.
I'm just excited.
I don't want to. I don't want to talk about all the unlocks. You know what I mean? Like game just came out. It's part of the discovery. Besides the Madhouse mode thing, which we've talked about before, is just like beating the game. There's achievements that if you satisfy some of the achievements, you'll unlock new game plus, like stuff you can carry over into, which I've always loved about the classic games. So, yeah.
James, you can always wear your own costumes as it's in
It's true.
Just drape your favorite t-shirt over the TV, just record it so you can look at it while you play. Oh man, learning how many shots a zombie takes.
Zombies.
So many shots.
Just run past him.
And this is when you realize, like, oh, they take like almost a full clip. Great.
Missing shots and realizing it was so cool.
And
That's how you get that shot.
I
You
always
just
end-
like you point up and just wait till they get close.
oh man.
I just end these games with way too much.
Yeah! There you go.
That's the good stuff right there.
Little Evil Dead going on now.
The boomstick.
Everything's gonna be all right in RE7.
Yeah, cop showed up.
Yep.
Let's go out the window.
There's barbed wire on it. Right?
Priorities.
It's scary.
just smash your head straight through the window.
Yeah. Is there a headbutt button?
Yeah.
Is that for the new game?
Yeah, you got it, man. Wind up and do a huge headbutt.
No guns, headbutts only.
Like a corkscrew fly through the air headbutt.
Yeah. You get in VR.
Looking for his wife. Who
But
he's
like,
reluctant.
when he got there, he still went in the door.
So there's a little bit of exploring, and then he was basically knocked out and came to, and he was at the. But you're right. Now he's trapped. Now he's trapped. He went willingly, but now he's trapped.
Is that when you file for divorce? You see the place you have to go in. You're like,
I
definitely tried.
That person's dead.
I definitely
I
tried.
didn't tell Tinder.
That's the that is the New Game Plus option.
Yeah.
It just becomes a dating sim, and you're like looking for
First swipe, Chris Redfield.
Nah.
Zombie, zombie,
They're all
zombie.
Yeah.
Who is this grenade launcher?
Was that intentional? Hunk?
I mean, not like I didn't. If it has further connection.
It does. Hunk's a character from Resident Evil. So.
Well, damn.
Sorry, I feel like I ruined your joke by over nerding it. Like,
You made it better,
I was
really.
like, okay.
Yeah. I was just saying he was an attractive man, but you've tied it into that.
Oh no!
That's not supposed to.
Oh
be there.
no!
Put that back on.
No, stop!
Immediate attempt to avenge him. Look at the honor in those swipes, those futile swipes.
Hey,
That's
it's
awful.
okay, dude. You don't need to do that.
Can we use that as a quote? That's awful. That's the worst thing I've ever
We're
said.
good.
I think it's apple.
No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Yes. That's all right. No, it's all right. That's fine. Fine.
This is why you wear a seatbelt.
Hey, that's that's unfair.
What?
What are you talking about? What's weird about this?
He wants to take you to Sunset Point. Hang out with you.
I mean, he was gonna make his chop pop earlier, so it's like.
Yeah, this
Oh
guy's
shit!
learned his
Oh
problem.
no! That's okay.
Probably running over that poor
Alright.
cop over and over again too.
Oh, he found a handgun now.
It's not how you card.
Why do you keep walking to the car?
There you go.
Fast.
You gotta remember your like Halo Warthog dodging skills. You know what I mean?
You just cool with that? Oh shit! That's I fell.
You know, I have weird memories of trying to help my dad in the garage too. It always plays out for different people.
Yeah, no, the student driver simulator was
Yeah.
great.
All right, I'm ready to swap out. I peed myself a little.
Is there swapping out? Is that a?
Are we forcing him to stay there? No, let's. Who wants to? Who wants to?
Yeah.
jump
I'll
in?
try it.
Okay.
Wait, which one?
The seven.
New one.
Yep.
You had the right idea about the car keys.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know the control.
Oh god damn it!
Fine. R1 heals and R2 dies.
Don't fat finger it.
L1
I'm
blocks.
so afraid of this box.
L1 blocks. So.
Yeah, use this one.
Oh,
Just using that one.
Yeah, sorry about the smell.
Oh, this is.
That's a good.
Oh, it's so
good go at it.
duty in here.
Yeah, it's fine. A lot of people don't find the car key right
Yeah.
away.
Ah, fuck.
They
You
die
take your
and they
mic
see
there.
it afterwards.
Oh.
Oh,
There's a mic inside here.
Hello.
Things that I've seen in the game so far is
Can I hear everyone else? Or
they're
is this
chasing
my
you
alone?
around.
Well, you'll
when
probably
they-
get
when one of the family members finds you, and they're chasing you around the house, and you're sort of like, you're just running to get away from them.
Why is there a red
And you
light
see
bulb
that
in here?
hand sort of come around
Yeah.
and grab your face, and it's like, Jesus Christ.
It's really jarring. Like seriously, he walks so much faster than you'd even think is possible. So, and you have to like it's first person now, so you
Yeah.
don't know where he is, and usually he's right behind you. So yeah, the gross hand.
Yeah.
It works. Now, obviously, it's playable in VR, so the hands just right there.
Yeah. No.
It'll just be staring at the outside of the house simulator for me.
Yeah, it is. This is great. Like,
It's
wow.
the layer of the
awesome,
architecture.
I'm not moving from
Just
the
stand
spot.
outside and shout your wife's name. That's
Yeah.
Mia, Roberta.
All right. Maybe the cop will be all right this time.
I missed this scene actually. I only saw the aftermath. So
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Pretty good classic.
no, James, he's not happy with this. He doesn't want this to happen.
He's saying, put that door back open. Why are you closing the door? Oh, sure.
Is the top?
Yeah, but the guy also ripped the top of the car off, so he probably just he killed you the hard way with it. You know?
This is more just a range extender for his supreme power.
He's sporting, you know.
Yeah.
He could probably kill you with a pillow for sure.
Ah, shit!
Classic horror moment. You try to start a car without the keys.
You have to drop them 14 times.
How am I not dead? It's fine. It's fine. Nope.
Get some distance. Oh, that was his window.
Aim at the tires!
Slash the tires. Oh, there he is.
That is a very literal ghost riding of the whip.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good, sir. So we got Jill making some good progress here in the mansion, I think. You can't really tell if you see the inventory, you know what items they have.
I remember once you get into the basement, it gets pretty great in the original.
Yeah.
It's well arranged. Yeah, the little notes on everything.
Oh.
Great.
Yeah, the basement, if I remember, like, you have to go through a hole and, like, yeah, you're just, like, going through this really weird roundabout way to get to the basement.
Oh, man.
There's a weird plant monster.
Plant 42 in the guardhouse.
Right.
Yeah. Gotta make V-jolt.
You're just looking away. You're like, no.
Self-censored.
Yeah. It's fine. If you can't, it's like Schrodinger's cat. His head doesn't explode if you don't look at it.
Okay, he's got the key. He's got the keys going to the car. He's in the car.
Sweet. Track started.
Got it.
You got it. All right. And just busted the garage, and that's the game.
I hope the car breaks and he can't get it.
This is going a lot better than this. Confirm the kill.
Kind of looks like
Why?
little hands-on training.
You get the glasses.
Let's finish this, you and I.
I might go into your face.
Good look at those eye
Oh
beams.
yeah, I'm gonna take you for a ride.
Shit. You couldn't hear him right there, but he said, I'm gonna take you for a ride. You were talking about MVC2 earlier.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Has to be sung. Some
Yeah,
melodic
right, yeah.
phrase.
Shortest loop ever. All right. So that's got to be it, right?
Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus.
Why?
No, the fire will surely take care of this.
Yeah.
It's gonna burn down.
Burn them away.
Fuck off, birds.
Tenacious. He's a tenacious man.
Yes, that was hot and
Indeed. Burn it up.
Maybe you should just devour him completely so he can't come back to life.
yeah, just eat them.
That'll be fine.
It's already cooked.
Yeah, he's cooked already. It's
Southern
great.
barbecue.
Yeah.
A little hot rub.
Yeah. All right. Do it. This is great. He's searching the environment. He's finding all the collectibles.
I appreciate Michael from before, just like blindly running and picking up things as fast as
Yeah.
possible.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Just
He's
like
yeah.
ah.
Very sorry. Excuse me. So sorry.
So Jack has taken the gun and yep.
Oh. Don't go to the tunnel, Justin.
Oh, Jill's dead. I hope you used an ink ribbon.
You died.
Yeah. All right.
Ah. Oh, the old Capcom.
Yeah, so good. I love it. I got a soft spot for that.
Oh, sure.
Oh, rotate it all the way around. You can do it. Yes. No. Yeah. All right.
Oh, that's
There
really
it is.
cool.
So that's kind of a nod to the classics. Like if you didn't know to rotate a book and look inside of it, you'd miss like crucial items in RE1.
Of course.
Nice.
All right. I'm trying to determine how much RE1 progress was lost here. Not that bad, yeah.
I remember just playing this game obsessively, but then like going super far and forgetting to save, or like being out of ink ribbons, and
it'd be so heartbreaking. Like
it was part of the great tension of the game, though, where it's just like everything really meant something.
Yeah,
it's a great learning experience as a kid when you first lose like 3 hours of save.
Oh yeah. And then you just, but you can only blame yourself.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's a really self-reflective moment.
I had the run. Okay, this is smart. He's getting distance between the two zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Did he shoot one of their arms off?
What?
You only made that one sleepy.
Bullets are not sleepy.
Did either of you guys play the Resident Evil remake?
I did not play the remake. I heard it was pretty good, though.
I don't think so.
So one cool. The reason I bring it up is because I routinely fanboy over now what are our own games, but I can't help myself. So like the Resident remake, so we take down a zombie like that, right? In the Resident Evil 1, when you leave the room and come back, the corpses clean up, they're gone.
Yeah.
Back then it was kind of mysterious, but yeah, game design. So in Resident Evil remake, when you come back in the room, they're still there, and if you leave them there, the corpses long enough, if you don't incinerate them, you have kerosene and lighter, and there's a limited amount of kerosene, they'll come back and be even stronger. So you have to remember how long ago did I take down that zombie? Have I incinerated the corpses in this hallway? So it makes the backtracking of Resident Evil a little bit more thought intensive. You got to be careful. Did I really clean up that room?
You kill it and you run back with your kerosene and matches.
That's right.
Gonna water the garden.
Gonna do a cleaning run. All right, so. More zombies. Very thorough exploration.
Yeah.
No, he's dead.
You figured out the puzzle. So this is where RE7, one of the moments, like when I was first playing the game, that he's nervous about this door. I was a little more cavalier about going through the door, but like walking through this this door and into the main foyer. I love the caution. That means that he's on edge. But so this is sort of the main hall of the Baker estate, which is.
It's like trying to get a cat to go in the room.
Yep. He's got the shotgun, but he's trapped in the room now. So one of the more like overt nods to the original.
Yeah.
But he really wants the shotgun, so he's willing to knife down the slats there.
I'll put it back. Yeah.
I'll put her driver's license in there. Maybe that will Indiana Jones that thing. So he's got a few options. Like there's a few different areas you can start exploring from the main hall here.
The one that makes him cry is the one that I want him to go.
All paths lead there. So the scare toll is tight here. Like RE1, still got some potency there.
Justin says he's very scared of scary games. So if, being in the lead, or I should say, I guess he's winning for being the least scared. That's pretty good for
That's good.
him.
That's good.
Is there a winning for that?
I don't know what that means.
The viewers are the real
I'm
winners.
so brave. I only got scared 16 times. You got scared 18 times.
I feel like he's adapted to the tank controls of RE1 pretty quickly.
They were never as bad as people. I mean, it just
they added to the tension a bit because you're like, this is not that scary of a situation, but if I don't take really good care and use the controls properly,
Right.
you can totally screw yourself over.
Yeah, there's no turning on a dime. It's like every step is deliberate.
he's a little low on ammunition.
Oh no.
Yeah, just kind of.
He's
Only
fine.
there was a
He's
bazooka.
fine.
4 spare.
Back to Dynamite Crows.
And then here are the crows. Grenade.
Crowzooka.
The bazooka. That's right. I forget.
Yeah, it's like, that is definitely a bazooka.
Yep.
That's right. There were like boxes you could put gear in.
Yeah, the item
by
boxes.
the typewriter, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's close. He's right above one in the east hall here.
That's pretty good. I don't remember the mansion at all.
It is burned into my mind. But we've also already passed. There's item boxes in RE7 as well again. So with the limited inventory, you got to manage them that way.
Tim, is there anything you can say about the development of
What?
Yeah, so like regarding like the development of 7, it's been in development for several years now. So it was always developed to be first person, and it's so even though I'm not on the development team, like they built a new engine for this game. It's called the RE engine. So essentially, built from the ground up. The goal was photorealism. This game is it's probably like the most grounded of all the Resident Evils, but it still has that goofiness and like over the top, even though it still is photoreal in some moments or close to it. They used a technique called photogrammetry. So, for example, in the demo, there's a Capcom Japan, he's manager of global R&D, and he was actually scanned into the demo. He's Pete. He's like the weekend anchor, one of the guy who's kind of a jerk from the Sewer Gators in the demo. So he's like actually, I met him in person my first week at Capcom. I'm like, oh my god, you're in the game. I've seen you die. He was in Kitchen, and so, it's pretty. They did a good job.
I thought I saw something similar in like Metal Gear Solid 4 as well for like the actors that they did scan them a bit. And I don't know if it's similar technology at all, but it does pay off a lot. I mean, when I saw the actors that played it and I saw the character model, I was like, okay, they just literally
that's them.
Pop that person in the game.
Right.
Sweet.
It's really surreal
for that.
But I think it paid off. I've seen other studios use similar technology, and then it's like, well, you can actually just scan a 3D object instead of like actually like going through the trouble of making whatever the skin is. I'm not a developer, but like the skin that you wrap around a 3D object or whatever, like you could just scan this thing in here and it'll have the texture and everything. So I think it lent itself to this game well, but
It definitely looks good. In that dilapidated everything is sort of nightmarish kind of way.
Yeah, it looks good in that it looks terrible. Right?
Yeah.
It's like a terrible place to be.
Actually, I was very surprised that you guys made a new engine for this one because it's a lot of work to do that these days. And I know that Street Fighter V is using Unreal 4, so I would have assumed this was using Unreal 4. But it's not. That's awesome.
Hey, you know what? They pull out all the stops when they got a goal. The dev team will not stop. Much like Jack Baker in Resident Evil 7. I'm sorry, I'm not actually transitioning. Oh, all right. So here we are in RE1 with the classic puzzle here. Oh, and Jack's back.
He's missing most of his head. He's fine.
It sure beats the hell out of dying. Yeah.
He's giving us the
I don't know.
gift. And
Did you guys always plan to do VR support for this, or is that something you just kind of figured out later?
Yeah, I think that was the intent for PlayStation VR support. But the nice thing is that there's if you went home and played it in PSVR, all weekend and then came back on Monday, and you're talking with someone who's playing on Xbox One, and there obviously isn't VR on that. The content's exactly the same.
Right.
So there's like no discrepancy. Like maybe you could peek around a corner or something like that in VR.
One's gonna be way scarier.
I mean, I think so. Like the thing is like I've played this game so many times for like maybe I'm setting it up for a demo or doing capture or something like that, or whatever, testing something, and then I'll play that same sequence I'd played like 2 dozen times in VR, and then I hesitate. You know what I mean? Because there's just like some of these sequences and these enemies are just like there's a sense of intimidation like that isn't there when you have like the separation of the TV screen, but. I've been having fun. Yeah, I'm about halfway through my full PSVR playthrough, and it's been good for me. Yeah. What do you guys think you would do for your first run? Do you think like you would want to do it in VR for a first run, or you think you'd dabble? Because you can go back and forth if you want in one playthrough.
How is the like motion? Because like.
Oh, nice! All right.
I'm very motion sensitive.
Oh,
it
you
was,
are?
it was like
Okay.
hard for me to play Mirror's Edge.
Okay.
When it first came out.
Okay, gotcha.
How did they? Is there not? Did they remove a lot of the acceleration on the character movement then? Because that's normally what, having developed a VR game here, that's normally what like really gets you is when you have that
quick acceleration.
Not slow acceleration, but it does it worse.
Yeah, that's true.
So what the team did is they actually is like the default in VR mode is actually it's a sort of a quick angle option, so that when you turn to move the right analog stick, the default setting kind of snaps you in these 30-degree increments. And so mileage may vary, so everyone plays a little bit differently, is a little more comfortable with different options,
Right.
but that's just the default. You can change it to a smooth setting, you can change peripheral, your field of view. So there's a suite of like VR specific options for people to just kind of play with the knobs and fiddle a little bit. And like for me, I'm good with just like smooth movement, like that. That's okay for me. But if that acceleration, if that is something that someone doesn't like, they can change that. So, oh boy, oh man, oh wow, he did a good job. I think he took down Jack for now. Those are some good headshots. He's got a
dead eye.
Yeah, that's it.
Are there nods to the other games as well, or is it mostly like an RE1?
And speaking of a nod here is like I didn't catch this one until I was playing. I was hanging out with GameSpot on a stream, and they pointed out that shadow puzzle. Obviously it's of an eagle and a wolf, and like RE1, like you have to get an eagle and a wolf medallion to basically drain the path that leads to the lab. So obviously that's a very RE1 reference, but definitely I think thematically the strongest connections are RE1 initially, but you'll see some other things in here that I think are reminiscent of even some of the more obscure RE games. I don't want to give them all away, but like it's a character reference that's pretty deep cut.
Even the family is very similar to Nemesis from the second one.
You just sort of like this resilient, like we never stop coming after you.
Yeah.
Are you tired of being chased? Because you can pour your ammo into them if you want, but
I think I was like 11 when I played, or 10 maybe, Resident Evil 3, and when Nemesis is busting through the walls, chasing you, I turned my system off. It was good. That was my playthrough.
That's it? Yeah, no, I had friends that would play with the PlayStation 1 on their lap, and then they would just be ready. They would just they'd be done. That's it.
Exactly.
Well, I guess I'm done playing. I did the same thing with Sonic 1 when Sonic was drowning. Different game a little
music
bit.
is so
the music
stressful.
got me. It's like just play the Jaws theme as your favorite cartoon character is about to drown.
That could be the new torture method if they're, waterboarding a no-no, but they just start playing
Play that music?
Yeah. Loop that.
That's effective.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, wow. Use the bazooka on the dog. Take no prisoners.
It's the only gun I have.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it super kills them. I don't know if I've ever used the bazooka on a dog in all of the times I've
Oh, it's classic.
Fair enough. And of course, there's a Grim Fandango reference right in that cabinet.
Right. Yeah, we claim all skeletal references.
You guys got that.
Oh, what a nod to us. Yeah.
Really cornered the market on that.
It's crazy that came out 3 years before our game. But they were thinking ahead.
But so far after the discovery of skeletons, so
yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's my that was my middle school band, Bazooka Dog Kill.
That's my favorite chewing gum, actually.
Yeah, Bazooka Dog. They do. It sounds like a '90s candy for sure.
Yeah.
Does chat have any questions for us, Paul? Oh, good.
Oh, he moved the shelf. Very smart. Oh, all right. So here's the molded.
Why? No. Stop.
Consistent. So the house falls into further and further disrepair, and you see this sort of like black, moldish kind of growth, and these guys sometimes just come right out of that.
No, mold's very serious.
It
If
is.
you have any, you need to take care of it, move furniture, clean it out.
That's right. Get some bleach on there.
This is a terrific example of what happened.
Textbook.
Textbook example.
Yeah. So for me, when I was playing RE7 for the first time, like a year ago, and I got to this point, and like I encountered the first molded. There's the basement down here.
Yeah.
You go into the safe room. There's an item box. There's a cassette, the save station, and my inventory's full. I'm like, okay, I'm about to go in the basement. Like, do I need more health? Do I want to make sure I have some more ammo? And I was sort of juggling it, and I realized, okay, so this is where this game feels, even though it doesn't look like any other Resident Evils, like this is where it started to feel like I was doing this kind of like preparing for this tactical like survival exploration through the mansion, and that's where I started to really nerd out about it.
I'm getting the originals vibes a lot more, and I think the series morphed quite a bit, from 4 to 5, and then now it seems to be taking a more step back at the roots a bit.
Yeah, I mean,
and something new in this first-person style as well. So
for sure,
I think that it's a pretty big win for Resident Evil fans.
Were there some cues taken from, I guess it was Silent Hill, PT or whatever, since that was first person as well? Some inspiration from that, or
the development on 7 actually began before the world basically knew about PT. So in some cases it seems like, but obviously if you look back, like there's been like a series of like awesome first-person horror games, over the years, especially with like amazing indie games. So there was a lot of good stuff out there. I'm a huge fan of PT and stuff. Like it's one of the scariest things I've ever played. I love other first-person horror games like Amnesia, Outlast. I love all those. Like, Bring It On.
Outlast was pretty good.
Yeah.
My favorites.
So the chat would like to know when Double Fine is going to
I don't know. That's not like our.
What could go wrong?
we were at one point talking about trying to do something like Night Trap. So maybe that'll be our horror game, but who knows?
That'd be great. You just use all the everyone in the office, right?
Yeah.
There's your actors, right?
Yes.
Does anyone want to turn on 1?
Did you save again?
There's no ammo on that save.
That's what makes it so good.
Hard mode.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh no.
That turned fast.
Oh no.
Cessna, when you say you were scared just now.
Of the crows?
Yes.
I was annoyed that I could only shoot one of them and they kept moving.
Fuck.
That's a scare. So interesting.
No.
Can I offer a suggestion for inventory management?
Who are you talking to?
You.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, sorry. So you can stack the bullets. If you exit from this screen and go back into your menu, so you can combine those basically. And so that'll stack. And then as a tip, I generally would recommend putting away one of your health items.
That makes sense.
To make some room, and then also, has the knife been very useful for you so far?
I mean, it's got me killed a few times.
There you go. And the ink ribbon I would put away, because commonly there's a item box by a typewriter.
Gotcha.
So I try to travel as light as I can through the mansion so that I have space to, and this applies to 7 as well, so I have space to pick up new items and what have you, so.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to walk through a mansion, it's not makes sense to if you steal everything, you got to have space to put it.
Right, and empty your pockets before you go through the mansion. It's I mean, it's
Yeah,
old
put
as
down the
time.
knife. Just pick up the bag of earth.
Sometimes I wish that they would put little, just Skyrim out the level with just garbage you don't need to fill up your inventory.
Right? Yeah. How many cheese wheels do I need? Right.
Zombies don't need these cheese wheels anymore.
That'd be really mean.
James seems to have a ring of blood around his eyeballs and his complete right now.
Needs to
not good.
pour some hydrogen peroxide on his body.
Oh yeah. He can also, when he goes into his inventory, you can kind of see. So obviously in RE1, there's the EKG when you press start. That's your health, right?
I like his Fitbit that he's got.
Yeah, so the Apple Watch. Yeah, the watch is his health meter there. Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's all synced to his Spotify.
That's right. There is actually a Spotify Resident Evil 17 playlist.
Awesome. I think that's really cool. I think when people do that.
Yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts. It is so all over the place, but I think we found some alright stuff.
That book, Ready Player One, they put an official Spotify list for all the songs that are in the.
Really?
I was listening to it while I was reading the book. It was great.
Great. I wish I would have known that. I was just listening to like the synthwave stuff, which there's probably some of that on there, but right.
Magic Sword and whatnot.
Like a lot of Carpenter Brood, a lot of Perturbator.
Yeah.
Carpenter Brood's coming here.
I just saw him a
March.
couple months ago.
No, I think I want to go again. So you were there. That's awesome.
Oh, cool.
Or them, I should say.
Them, yeah. They are also on the RE7 Spotify playlist because I helped with that.
I might be less scared if they just played it in the game itself.
Yeah, right.
Jesus!
So these are called the molded?
Yeah, the molded, as if like
play. They are molded, but they are also molded. Yeah, that's great.
Go!
You unlocked it.
Oh, so he's created he's looped back around to the beginning of the basement here.
You're the master of unlocking, James. I like that there's this definite just run wildly into the nightmarish basement.
I feel like this is how it would play out in a horror movie. You
Yeah,
know what I mean, it's just like I don't know.
That would be a plot twist where you play a horror game and the basement's a safe place.
Yeah, I love that. So James is in the
far one.
The far one.
Yeah.
Hey James, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello. Hey James, you can craft items.
What?
Yeah. So if you press triangle, and then if you have an herb, and so chem fluid is like one of the core constituent parts for crafting. If you have a green herb, you can combine it with the chem fluid to make their healing first aid med, and you can combine it with gunpowder to make bullets.
I don't have either of those things, Tim.
That's not my problem, but good luck.
You could get that track
Try harder.
for the Apple phone thing, like the track your wife or whatever, and then you don't have to worry about this anymore. You can just see where she is on GPS.
No, yeah.
Like
Find my phone. Yeah.
Plot devices, though, I understand.
It's they're in Louisiana on the backwoods. The cell coverage is terrible.
It is really bad.
Yeah.
Though I love, in the beginning of this game, they don't even bother with that. There's no no cell service anymore. I'll leave this in the car. It's just like, we're going in this mansion. Yeah, obviously, again, checking the map in 7 is really important to keep yourself oriented in the world.
What's going on? Any clues?
No, but
especially when you blindly run away from the
house.
monsters.
Yeah.
You have to figure out where you end up.
This hall is dangerous. Maybe it's better to secure our escape route first.
Yeah, so
there must be.
So the tricky thing is 7. So it's like ranking them is tough.
It first.
7 is I really do enjoy 7, and not to say that because I'm a Capcom employee.
separate
I've loved this game since I played it all the way through, and I'm really glad that other people like it too. So I have to give some more time. So I give it my old list, which is the RE remake is my favorite horror game of all time, and also favorite Resident Evil game.
Oh, Jesus.
2 and 4 are up in my top 3 as well. So, and that's also just by degrees. Like I like them all. I love 5 is one of my favorite co-op games ever. I play that like annually. I love them.
I have to
but
get out.
I know.
It's so hot down there.
All right, I'll jump in for.
Oh yes.
Yeah, let's do
All
it.
right.
All right, Jeff.
Let me know if you have questions. Again, L1 is the block. If
Okay.
you're about to get hit or grabbed or something. It's
700
good.
degrees in that tent.
You did great.
No, I didn't.
It was. You did really good.
You only mostly died. It's
There were so many of them in that room. Did you see that?
There's a lot more.
4 of them.
Yeah. How many scares? Was it 12? 12 you got up to? That's how many scares you had. Cumulative. Oh, it's rolling all together. Okay, gotcha.
How's RE1 going?
There we go.
I might not die this time.
That game's fun. Good job on that game.
Thank you. Yeah, made it all myself, obviously. No, it's all. Yeah, the R&D team in Osaka. Like, I think they outdid themselves with this one. Like, our Resident Evil fans, if I've learned anything, is that Resident Evil means a lot of different things to different fans, especially when you have like the classic series, which are all fixed camera angles and stuff, and then you had 4, which was like, let's just do something completely different, and that created like a huge jumping on point for a whole new fan base. And some fans decided they liked that, and some decided they liked the old stuff, and then they tried to do something even different. And I'm just glad that it seems like so many people are liking it. Because, again, so many people bring different preferences to this series.
As you're such a fan, is it you usually trying to hide from all the spoilers and stuff? You try to stay as far away from spoilers as possible. Get spoiled for you.
I jumped in. I tried to make a full playthrough of the game as quick as I could in development, and even though it was like a little rough, earlier on in development, obviously it's going to be rougher and things are blocked out. But once it's all ready for one playthrough, once it's in alpha, like I played it through so I could just kind of absorb the story. And even then, I was like, I think this is a good game. And then checked in with it as it went through development. And so I tried to just download the spoilers
right away
as fast as possible. And, yeah. But it's fun to see how things change. But yeah, spoilers are also like, everything's so contextual. When you think you've had something spoiled for you, like usually the way it plays out is, I don't know, I'm so spoiler averse normally, but
yeah.
How are you guys with spoilers? Do you try to?
Yeah, I mean, so I do sound. So I'm doing Psychonauts 2. I'm just gonna do the whole thing blindfolded while I work on it.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
That sounds.
No, it is interesting.
You should gingerly describe all the scenes too.
Yeah, what's going on here? But don't tell me anything. Yeah. I'm just gonna put slide whistle in for everything.
I don't care about
Really? You just don't?
Because Cracks released this article that was about like all these studies that found that like if you tell people spoilers, they don't like enjoy the movie more because they're like anticipating it. So.
Oh yeah, I mean there is that element of it. I've had things where someone spoils something for me, quote unquote, and then I'm now interested in it. That has happened. But if I'm about to go watch something anyway, that's when I really don't want spoilers.
If I know I'm going to see something.
TV shows are probably one thing. Because I feel like TV.
It's the reveal, especially now. Yeah. I did. It's a pretty good show. You did a good job.
We had watched the original film when we were kind of doing a Headlander study.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
I think that was the case. Or no, I think it was Psychonauts study. I'm not sure. It was some kind of thing like that because that was more about like consciousness and stuff. But when I watched the show again, I really liked the way they spun they flipped it a little bit. It was much more from the human perspective in the original, and this one I felt way more sympathetic to.
Yeah. Is it worth going back to the old one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
I should watch that.
I really enjoy watching those old movies now.
Yeah, me too.
Oh shit.
I just finished watching Hannibal, so this is much more. This fits. There's
Oh, okay.
blood everywhere. So
you're talking about the TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Mads Mikkelsen, right?
Yeah,
now I know who that man is. I feel like I should go and watch.
Yeah, I feel like I missed something really good for the last few years, and I'm sad I didn't watch it sooner. But it's all free on Amazon Prime.
People were saying like really good things about Hannibal in its day, and there's part of my brain where it was like, I love Silence of the Lambs. I love this. I love what is it, the Red Dragon, and like I love that universe. And for some reason, it's like that was an era where I think TV shows were still really hit and miss.
Yeah.
And so it was harder to buy in. But now it's like you hear things like like Bates Motel or the new Exorcist show someone was telling me good things about. Now I'm like, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I know about the new Hannibal is that they hired like professional chefs to like prepare the wines and shit.
Oh, that's
Man,
awesome.
It looks amazing.
So where are we at now?
I almost cut my arm off and cooked it myself.
Wait, how can you get past where I was?
So he just ducked into a different room. It's you probably were being chased by monsters
I didn't
at
even
this
see
point.
any ink monsters.
They didn't panic, you know. I understand. You
They're
gotta
definitely
make
not zombies.
split decisions, yeah.
They are called the molded.
I'm going with what?
Yeah, like as with clay, kind of.
Oh.
But they're also molded.
Also, yeah.
Are they literal mold?
You really don't care about spoilers.
I
That's
really
that's the
don't.
thing.
I
Yeah.
just want to know if any of them were Western.
One has sunglasses on. Look very closely. Obviously. Oh, we solved the puzzle. So there's a little bit of a puzzle there in this the more.
What kind of Western had like a rocket punch?
Yeah, I do. He's a strong man.
Yes.
Yeah, he can catch a missile in air if you shoot him ahead.
Jeff doesn't look scared.
You like Evil Within?
I love Evil Within.
Let's see if you like PT.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna. It's like I could try to like. I mean, I love a lot of horror games, and like it'd be funny because like if I tried to dance around it or something, which I don't want to, and I wouldn't bother. But like I reviewed that game at Game Informer. I gave it like a 9 out of 10. It's just lives on the internet now, and like I really fell hard for that game. But did you guys get to play Evil Within?
I played about half of it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. No. I think
It was more
worth checking
action
out.
focused, right?
You know, it really went in different directions. Sometimes it'd be super like really intense, lots of enemies coming at you. Sometimes it'd be a little bit more slower paced, or one really strong enemy coming at you. Kind of a variety pack.
Nice work, Justin.
I wish I had planned that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was really sad when PT got canceled, and I don't know if they like use that for inspiration, but I like the idea of like a small space that's like 35.
And obviously,
this game seems to be doing.
Like PT as its own thing is just like that perfect. I mean, the concept of like the loop is just that game is one of the scariest things I've ever played.
Yeah.
We talked about it a little bit while you were dying in that box, but
Weren't you also watching the live stream while you were in there?
No. But yeah, they were actually working on this way before the PT even got done. So yeah, just coincidentally they're hitting that next gen horror vibe.
Hey Tim, how do you still feel about the original Resident Evil?
How do I feel about the original Resident Evil? Yeah, I'm still obviously like remake for me now is like the best, but the original Resident Evil was like came out when I was 11, and like my memory is of playing it at my cousin's house, and like I grew up, and like my cousin's like why I probably am here right now. Like he showed me this game when I was way too young to see it, and like I was sort of traumatized into fandom where it was just like, oh my god, like what's going on? Did they just get decapitated? Like should I be watching this? That was not too much long after like I was being like kind of herded out of the room when my cousins were playing Mortal Kombat, right? So video game violence was like this thing where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm not supposed to see this. And so yeah, I have really fond memories of it. I still really like it. You know, I try to play it at least like once a year, I think.
Yeah, there's something about video game horror games that just feel like messed up in the case by default for some reason.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like I feel like you have to act. You know what I mean? So you get scared by something and then you have to do something. Whereas a horror movie, things just happen to you. But
yeah.
Oh, this is classic, The Keeper's Diary. It's about a poker game. So, and this diary is essentially like one researcher at the mansion's sort of descent into the virus as he becomes a zombie.
Oh wow!
Wait, is this Itchy Scratchy?
It's well, no, that's from The Simpsons. But this is which I also this is a script for one of the episodes of the Itchy and Scratchy show. No, it's Itchy Tasty is the. Sorry, I'm a jerk for correcting you. I should have just rolled with Itchy Scratchy.
I knew something about the game. I was so happy with myself.
But yeah, it's just like his writing kind of breaks up and talks about guys in spacesuits coming to see him. flesh rotting off.
Gross.
Yeah, not great.
I have fond memories of the franchise, but I'm not nowhere near a super fan like you two, and I'm curious, where do they all fit kind of chronologically as far as like timeline goes? Like if you order them that way, do you know? Could you explain that to me?
They're more or less in sequential order. Like it goes. Resident Evil 0 is the prequel, and then it goes 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Actually, so this is where it gets tricky. So there's 0, 1, and then 3. The first half of 3 takes place before 2. So before Raccoon is like full on overrun by zombies, and then the events of 3 happen, and then the second half of 2 happens, and then you go to Code Veronica, and then it's 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Revelations and Revelations 2.
Are you confirming 7 takes place after?
It does. Yeah, it's the furthest in the timeline after the events of 6.
Is I remember Code Veronica was really well received, at least when it came out. Is it still pretty?
You know, I think that I see a lot of love for it. I think like obviously like 3 and 1 and 4 and 2, like these are the ones that I see people getting most excited about. There's a lot of love for Code Veronica. And like one thing that I like about it a lot, and I think that other people share this, is like, to me, it's one of the most emotional in the series. Like, there are points in it's like, did you not get the grenade launcher? Okay. Well, now you're trapped on a plane with a tyrant, and did you save? Like, did you have backup saves? Because you're just dead. Like, you can't do this. There's this pass or fail in it. Which, for me, that's delicious to me because I'm a masochist when it comes to these games. But it's also really long.
Right.
And it breaks it up. You know, you used to play the first half as play the second half as Chris. And,
shit, you should get out of there.
But yeah, it's a viable Dreamcast back in the day.
Yeah, it had some cool cutscenes.
Yeah, it was the first like fully 3D one. You know, all the other ones had like Evil up here, the original. It was pre-rendered backgrounds with interactive 3D objects and characters on it, which were like just getting larger or smaller as they got closer or further away from the perspective of that camera. Either way, that trickery, but still had that vibe. But yeah. Do you play a lot of other horror games, or what's your?
I'm not a horror fanatic, but I've played a good amount. I've played a lot of the PS2 horror games, Fatal Frame, and
Fatal Frame.
When we did a Halloween for that month, we were doing mostly horror games in the stream here, and we were looking through all of the horror games and kind of picking all the ones, and just trying to remember some of the ones that were
Did you
really.
Go back to the Suffering?
I don't know.
It all took place in prison, and it was all different. Like monsters were themed after like different forms of like capital punishment.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was gnarly, but it was a really cool game.
What's your favorite non-Resident Evil horror game?
Man, that's a good question. I was gonna say, Dead Space is like.
Good.
Dead Space was great.
I think I might like Dead Space 2 more.
It's great. It's that aliens thing kind of thing to me, where it's just like kind of ramps things up in that really satisfying way without losing the tension.
I also feel like weirdly familiar with it because they had that mode where you only had 3 saves.
And
I played the game for like 2 months nonstop, just going through the whole game over and over.
I remember at the time too, because that was Visceral Studios is their name, right? And that was their first game as a company within EA. And I remember EA was kind of in a bad road at the time with their public image for things. Not that they aren't without ruts, but that game I was like really holding my breath that it was going to be a good thing from EA and that the game was going to be great, and it just completely lived up to my expectations. And I just finished it and was super happy with the experience.
It's a fun ride.
I also loved Eternal Darkness. That was a big one for me.
Oh yeah.
The Condemned series is one of my favorites.
Condemned, yes, yeah, 100%. I still have not played Condemned 2.
That is a fantastic one. Yeah.
Condemned seems like a really upsetting game.
The bear chase in Condemned 2 is terrifying.
Fuck that game. I tested it. No, I tested Condemned 2. Fuck that bear so much.
Yeah, that bear's
terrifying. Amnesia, of course.
Yeah, Amnesia's freaky as shit.
Big fan of Amnesia. And then, of course, like I played, it's not like the same type of game through and through, but Soma I loved as well. Like, the twists in that game were just
If you consider Soma horror, that might be my favorite game.
It's a little, it's more like like very tense sci-fi. And there's like some horror, like you're being chased and like there's, but it's not, if you go into that expecting Amnesia, it's a very different experience. Right. But yeah, story-wise.
It's the same depth, right?
Yep. Yeah, frictional. That's scary. So Jill's back in the main hall here.
Is it Jill or Claire in Resident Evil 5?
It is, Sheva is the playable character.
But the one that comes back?
Jill. That's chill. Claire was in 2 in Code Veronica and then came back in Revelations 2.
Are you Chris or
Oh, you know, between Chris or
Couldn't tell
Leon,
you.
man, just.
Leon's such a dork.
Yeah, I think I'm a Leon guy just because like I love the Resident Evil characters a lot. Like to me, like the age 11 is like, oh, Jill's she's the blue one, Chris is the green one, Barry's wears red, Wesker's he's the bad guy and he wears black. It's just very action figure-y, you know, like just for that mindset. I think I was still in. But to me, Chris didn't really come into his own as a character until a little bit later, where Leon is like so sympathetic. Like first day on the job, rolls into town, into Raccoon City, just breaks the city limits, and it's just like, hey, why are you on the ground? Like, can I help you? And then there's other like parts of it. This is just more like meta, where it's like Leon's wearing a completely different like uniform than any other cop in the entire police station. So it's like, did Leon like commission his own Raccoon Police Department uniform? He's like, I'm gonna impress all the guys.
They're gonna love it.
And he's also kind of like, he's clearly trying to be this cool guy to Ada throughout the story because she's like, oh, you're a cop, huh? You're from Raccoon Police Department. It's his first day on the job, so he's trying to like, there's like this machismo, this forced machismo that like Leon tries to bring to the table. And I feel like I'm going too deep with this answer, but like,
I wrote this essay.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Sagittarius. So
dissertation. But anyway, yeah. So Leon, between those two lead bros, I go Leon. I think.
Convinced me.
Yeah. Well, there it is.
My favorite's Ashley.
Ashley.
She's the best.
Yeah, she's good stuff. Ashley Graham.
President's daughter?
That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, President's daughter.
She doesn't come back, right? She in this game?
I have not seen. No, I don't think so. Yeah, you.
She's the old lady in the chair.
That's right. Yeah, this takes place just a few years later. So now we've gotten out of the basement, and oh wait, it was still auto saving, so you can save again now if you want. But I think he came out of the basement with the scorpion key. Is that right? But that's another kind of connection between these. Is like obviously the themed door.
Why are you going back?
Obviously, the Scorpion Key is when you get the rock and you unlock the Scorpion King. And he comes out.
That's correct, yeah.
Bad things down there.
I wish I could just see their inventories all the time. That's the thing I love, is that you could be watching, like if you just tune into Twitch and you're watching someone like speedrun Resident Evil or play this game, and they just bring up their inventory, like you play these games enough, you're just kind of like, okay, they did that, like that's where they're going. You know, it's like an adventure game, right? Like, I just actually played through, it was my first time through Day of the Tentacle. I just played remastered and had such a good time with it. Like that was that remaster is like exactly what I love about remasters, which is just like, well, one, like the VO is all the same, right? Just higher quality, right? It's there's no compression there, and not the same way. And then just the auto swapping between past and present. Like we were talking before we started about a thing that when I was a Game Informer, we did like a playthrough of all of Resident Evil 1 and the remake, and we just switched back and forth, and that's like my weak attempt to just approximate like hot swapping between the past and present of a remake. But
I'm glad you liked it. I did a audio for that, though.
Did you?
That was fun.
Well done.
Editing all the original recording sessions and finding all the lines, but yeah, it was worth it. I think it came out really good.
That's awesome. Another thing I really liked about it, and I think that 7 to me is like a game that it's paced well for the kind of game that it is, I think, and it like doesn't overstay its welcome. I played a lot of adventure games growing up. Day of the Tentacle was just one I'd missed, but like, I don't want to spoil it, but right when you think that like there might be a whole other act in Day of the Tentacle, it's just sort of like it wraps up very neatly. I feel like in like a really satisfying way. But anyway, I don't want to spoil that very old game in case people are just want to jump into it now. So. And also, it's very fun.
Yeah, it was challenging for me because I had not played it either, so I had to kind of like really pick up the speed and make sure, because the fans have some serious expectations for what they want from it, and just getting up to date with what that is.
That's the thing about working with like, for something like Day of the Tentacle, which is like, you weren't involved. I don't assume you were involved with the
original. Yeah, I would get picked up from school.
Yeah, right.
One of the parents.
You had a different set of priorities at that point in your life, and like
I was trying to remember the date to put
dropped
on
off. Is
it the 16th or the 17th?
You're wounded.
But like, it's a big job, Like I'm not like working on development of Resident Evil, but like I'm on the marketing team. been really plugged into that side of things. And,
Poisonous?
like, there's a lot of communication with the dev team.
Richard,
but there's
hold
a
on.
lot of trust that you feel like the
There
fans
is
will put
syrup.
on you, and you don't want to let them down. You want to make sure that
Oh no,
it's,
I
like,
should have brought
you
some
treat it
with
the
me.
respect that people want. But
No problem. I'll go and
Most
get
stuff
it.
is like you said, you know, they've gone through changes, and you lose fans that don't really like the change in the camera or whatever, and then they get new fans that are like, oh, that was what was great.
Yes.
Now I'm in. So you know, I think it's okay. It's like bands too; they lose fans because they go try something new. You shouldn't have to do the same thing over and over. But
it's not like you lose everyone throughout time. Like
you get new fans, you keep fans, you lose some, and they all come back for this one. And it's not, you know, I think it's good to just be okay with taking some changes. But I think this is a really cool direction for the game because for me, this looks pretty freaky.
Did you get the sense that the team knew people would respond really positively to the demo?
You know, that's a good question. Like, I think there's a lot of excitement about obviously being able to like announce a new game and say that there's a demo out now. I think that like there was confidence that it would be scary, and that people would latch onto some of the elements of it that made it connect to like our classic RE games, inventory management and puzzles and like a really like scary atmosphere. But then obviously like we knew all along that like people were wondering like, well, is this more supernatural? Is there going to be combat in this game? You know, there were still a lot of questions at that point. But we were like, we were all super satisfied with how, and it was fun to follow all the fan theories of people trying to figure out like, what is this dummy thing to do? Like how, like trying to piece together all the mysteries. And I was learning stuff about this demo that I'd played so many times before we released it, and I don't know. There's that thing of like, once the game's out and it's just kind of you give it over, then it's like now I'm learning from the fans. You know what I mean? And like it's.
Oh, watching like Psychonauts.
Applaud Jeff's nice.
Downstairs?
Oh, that was.
Oh, you take down a molded with the knife? That's impressive.
Yeah, if you notice, the scare counter hasn't gone up at all since Jeff went in there.
Ooh.
Jeff doesn't get scared. His
Hardcore.
face literally has been that the entire time. It has not changed one bit.
Someone throws something at the box.
Yeah. He gets a little elation, if anything.
He's just like super excited.
Yeah.
Whee! It does, red team.
How much did you guys regret after releasing this that there weren't full motion video cutscenes?
Well, I mean, I always regret it. Actually regret any time I spend with any game that
Yeah.
doesn't have FMV. So it's kind of what I'm bringing to the table. But yeah, I mean that's the thing. If you think about it, if you're going for photorealism, just
photograph.
Just get
it.
just photograph.
It's like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
It never looks better.
Correct.
It's real people.
I think we can agree on that.
You know what's funny is that technique they used. I don't know if it was hard or easy, but it must have been easy because a lot of games copied it and made their own. And games I'm still finding out new ones to this day that use that technique.
Really?
You just see these like
of that era?
Yeah, or maybe they came out like 4 years later, but they look just as bad.
Bad?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat looks great.
Mm.
Did you ever see? They had like they were planning on remaking the original Mortal Kombat, like a couple
remaster?
years ago.
Or like-
No, like they were gonna put people in costumes.
Oh, really?
And
That's
like
amazing.
take pictures of them again.
Someone
I
did that-
swore there was like pictures out there of them in costume.
There's a new game that
That's
did that. It's not Mortal Kombat, but it's side-scrolling. You know, they did the same thing. It's like recent, like a couple of years old. So I wonder if it didn't look too much better.
Yeah. There's an FMV fighting game out there that I saw a couple of years ago. It's like all timing based, but it's all like full motion video.
Oh, really?
Together.
That's hilarious.
Like a Dragon's Lair fighting game.
Yeah,
Just
it's
like,
kind
that's
of awesome.
hilarious.
Just Raging Demon.
And then there was Bear Stearns Bravo. It was like this big
Nice.
YouTube FMV game.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
So, okay, a YouTube FMV.
I recommend it.
Is it just like annotations to navigate?
Yeah, but also they have the longest like loops at the end of their videos, and that I find that endlessly funny. Like they stop saying what they're gonna say, and then they loop
just say-
for like 45 seconds.
Oh my god, that's great.
Bear Stearns Bravo.
Bear Stearns Bravo.
Barstein.
Google will take care of it for you. You just type in some of those letters and it'll figure it out.
The Bear Stearns.
Damn it.
But you can't tell, but I think if I read correctly, the hands in Resident Evil 7 are full motion video.
Oh, yeah.
I told you that. So here's a classic RE1 puzzle here. Oh no. So if you push the switch before you solve the puzzle, or if you solve it incorrectly, the crows will attack you.
Now you tell me.
Yeah, sorry.
Justin, get away from the crows.
This is
That's
where
what
early
my
hardcore
only
dancing
goal.
came into play.
Yep. And then of course, in classic PS1 fashion, you can reset the room.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the set dressing. This is great. Very.
It's a real great stuff.
Yeah. Be respectful.
Oh. So many of these, what are they called? Grogs?
So molded.
Grogs.
Well, you can call them grogs.
Same diff.
The groggers. The groglings.
Cornered here. Molded in the basement.
The mimics in those, they had
Oh yeah.
similar,
They're
like
flowy.
it's like, yeah,
The Tom Cruise
flowy.
movie where he dies that?
No, I haven't. That's the one that they rebranded
good.
as like Live Die Repeat, right? Is that the?
Yeah, basically
Did they actually change the title?
No,
of
it's
it?
still called
Yeah,
Edge
they just
Tomorrow. That's
started
like their
marketing
The tagline. They just like.
They're like, that's so much better. We should have
It's a
done.
much better name.
Too bad we
Edge of
trademarked all this
Tomorrow is
crap.
so generic.
Yeah. Well, I think the original is called All You Need Is Kill.
So it was an improvement in one direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a light novel, then a manga, and then.
But
Tom
even
Cruise.
that is more memorable.
Yeah.
I
All
feel like
you
a
need
lot
is
of
kill.
people didn't see Edge of Tomorrow because
It's just a matter of fact.
sounds
too.
like the other movies.
It's tough. I think I got that confused with like 3 different IPs.
Well,
There was also another Tom Cruise movie out like a month before. After that, it was like.
Is that a Jack
What's
Reacher
the-
game?
No, there's the one where there were like a
Oh,
bunch of Tom
yeah.
Cruises on a planet.
Oblivion.
Yeah, Oblivion.
That was actually really good. I liked it
Huh.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
for what it was.
Who's in that? Was it Amy Adams?
Yeah. And someone else.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
So I don't know if I've been following this right, but he's so in RE1 here we're supposed to
He's really
basically
doing okay with this knife.
You know what? It reminds me of that more.
Well, it looks like they're regenerators.
see that a little bit. They're not so yeah, the point here that like this painting puzzle is actually like going from like youngest to oldest. If I remember right, I think yeah, you go old like infant all the way to old man, and then you have to hit the switch. There's really nothing. Well, actually, that picture at the very end of the hallway is the thing.
I like that we could just use a still image for Jeff's camera. It would look the same.
He hasn't been in there. I've been playing actually. Yeah, just swapped him out. Just security cam footage.
Controller.
Yep.
Oh, we should have made them play with Guitar Hero controllers. That would have been the best.
How many times do you think
That's the
you played
preferred
there?
play method.
How many times have you played there?
Man, I don't know. That's really tough. Like several dozen, I guess, probably. I don't know.
You ever attempted like a speed run?
I mean, I did speed runs to like you needed to unlock, beat it in like really quickly in order to unlock certain things because
Sure.
you got a letter grade at the end of beating the classic games, and that was tied to a lot of the unlocks. But the one thing I did go for was a knife run. We did when I was at Game Informer. We like all banded together and went for a bunch of Guinness records at the same time.
Oh,
Like,
cool.
There was guys that got like Super Mario, like longest time spent playing Super Mario games or GTA, and I went for horror games. But you couldn't switch series, which is like, I'm fine. I'll just play Resident Evil. And so I kicked that off by just trying my first knife run, and I spent like the first 50 deaths just trying to like, because you really got to break it down, right? Where it's like, okay, how many knife slashes does a zombie go down in? And then actually you learn that like when you're slashing, it's actually the tail end of, like you can hit them while you're not even facing them really, so you're just trying to like, but then you realize I should just run away from everything and only slash things I care about. I think like the Tyrant goes down in like 15 or 16 slashes.
So in the remake, they made it so the zombies get back up and stuff.
Yeah, so those are like the Crimson Heads. If you don't incinerate them, they'll be back. But yeah, they're always satisfying games to really memorize. Like I did that with adventure games growing up too. Like
Yeah.
King's Quest V, I would like take a sick day from school or something and just like play the entire
That's
thing.
my Metal Gear. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I always do just to go through it, get the story, and then I'll do it like I cannot kill anyone or be detected at all. And
Metal Gear.
like it, yeah.
So
Good
great
choice.
for that. Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 4 was the first one.
Yeah.
Oh really? You played that one like, just into the
Yeah, because they had all those rankings.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you get the animals, right? It was like, yeah.
Well, similar to what you said with the harder difficulty where you kind of change where some things are. It was like that in Metal Gear Solid 4 as well. When you did the harder playthrough, they changed the walking paths for things.
That's right.
And it screwed you up, you know, so it was like a whole new game at that point. If you really didn't mind playing the same story again, it was like a whole new game because all of the patterns you were using had to change.
Did they call it Extreme in that one as well?
I can't
Did they keep
remember
that
what
convention?
they called it.
Yeah, I think I've stumbled through the hardest mode in MGS4 once, but I loved that game.
Mm-hmm.
I think Resident Evil 4 is the first game I've played like dozens of times.
Okay.
And I always forget that the island exists.
Well, that's the game is always like
oh, it's the castle. I'm done.
I love it for this, but the castle is like always 20% longer than I think it is. Like,
Yeah.
all right, did the mines part. I'm through that. I fought Krauser, and it's like, oh, I'm still in the castle.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go. But yeah, that one was one that I played into the dirt as well.
It's like the perfect length to like
Jeff
just
seems
spend
to
a
be
day playing.
stuck in a tough spot. Is there any?
Jeff, how's it going?
Jeff?
Yo, Jeff.
Yeah.
Hey, what's in your inventory? I mean,
pull
this
up
is
your
not.
inventory.
This isn't a good time.
Just pull up your inventory, Jeff. It's fine.
Hey, Jeff, can you pop open your inventory real quick? Oh, you close the door with X as well if you want to shut them out.
How are they going to get this can of whip ass?
I seriously, I don't know.
Oh, they look good.
Is there a slot he can slide this can through? Just give it to me.
Mail order. Nice work.
High res.
So, Jeff, if you wouldn't mind going to your inventory with triangle, you have a scorpion key?
Yeah.
I would try the doors with the scorpion on them.
Or are they back in the mansion?
There's some in the,
someplace?
yeah, if you go back to the main hall.
Touchpad.
And also, yeah, touchpad has a map.
Oh yeah, I found that earlier.
As you explore the mansion and try locked doors, it will populate what the icon is of the lock on it. But I can also help you out. I just say, yeah, go back into the main mansion. It's fun to watch all the melee fighting with the molded. They do better than I did.
Yeah, I think he's just going to use the knife for the rest of the game. Never mind. Yes, he puts a fresh clip into his gun.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just going to slash people with a gun. I don't know. You never know, Jeff.
Oh, he didn't trust the zombie on the ground.
It's because he ate me earlier.
Oh, fair enough.
What if it get to me making a game this disturbing
Oh.
for a couple of years?
I wonder if you just become desensitized. You
Yeah,
know?
I wonder. I mean, like audio is so important for the heavy, scary atmosphere, you know. But it's like when you're sound designing, that's not as scary when you're doing it, you know. So you're like, I gotta do this, and then go somewhere dark and play it for myself and see if it works.
That was what I would do with RE7 when I felt like I was playing it for too long and I was like really losing time. And I like endlessly try to consume as much horror as possible. Like I'm super into it and whatever. But just showing it to like friends and family and stuff, and especially if you strap on VR, you're just like, oh, okay, this is a shortcut to just like terrifying everyone that you care about, which apparently is a priority for some people. So.
VR is absolutely terrifying. Even like games that are not meant to be scary.
Yeah.
Even like the Oculus Medium thing.
You're just like, oh god! You like turn the thing in your face.
I'm just so afraid someone's gonna grab my shoulders.
Oh my god.
You just.
There's a demo for Oculus called Sightline, and the gimmick is that wherever you're not looking, it's re-rendering stuff behind you. So like you might be in a meadow 1 second, then you turn this way, and you're like, it's all concrete. When you look back, this is all concrete
That's
again.
great.
One of them is, the final one is you're on like a giant building, you know, you were in a little room, and then all of a sudden you look down and you're just like on this skyscraper. And I remember looking over the edge and my chair gave just for a second, like just a little wiggle, and my brain did a quick like, cool, you're gonna die now, so get ready. Heart like jumped, you know, and then it was like, oh, this is VR, never mind. But yeah, I mean, it's scary.
Man, I'd love to play Anti-Chamber in VR. It'd be the most insane experience.
Yeah. Or something like, I just played through all of Unfinished Swan, which is just another game that's kind of like a mind trip, like, yeah. But what did you say the name of that was? Sightlines?
Sightline.
Yeah.
Sightline VR.
Sightline VR, okay. I love that in horror, like games specifically where if you're not looking in a direction and they just play with that, I love that stuff, so.
Also with VR, you get that binaural audio. So for most people, they don't have a nice surround sound rig, and if they just have some stereo headphones, they're getting a sweet. You know, it's even scarier when things are all positional in a horror game. I think.
100%, yeah. That's the same thing. It's like even if you don't have VR, like playing RE7 like with the lights off and with headphones on, preferably alone, is like 100%. Like wait for sunset and like play it.
And it sounds, I mean, when they do positional sound, I mean, it sounds like it's like right there.
Mhm.
Like it's not like behind me somewhere, like that was right there. And you'll like turn your head and look at it and be like,
And there's an advantage as well too. Like when you're trying to get away from Jack in this game and he's like taunting you, you can kind of hear him through the walls and kind of position him a little bit. Hear his footsteps, and without. Well, there you go.
Why?
If you got headphones on, it helps.
You hide so many times.
Oh, nice shot. Look the devil in the eye.
I liked his line earlier in the game.
That's right.
maybe he's
What's
just
the
up for a
matter?
family game
Ammo?
instead of this violence. This game.
That's endless violence.
It's endless violence.
It's a gentleman's game.
Is skin coming off for real when you shoot him?
So yeah, there is like 1-to-1 battle damage as he tosses him around the room.
Oh man,
that block will
Kill him!
Come on.
It doesn't. Yeah, don't let people interact when Jack's on the wall. I usually try to run. That's my thing.
You get yourself a poop.
Jerk.
He's got like a sort of like a terrible father / awful football coach vibe about him. Like
he's not very sympathetic to the situation either, which is that he's trying to kill you.
Yeah.
He's just totally not being respectful to your feelings at all.
Okay. Can you answer how far this house is from the Arklay Mountains?
I can tell you that they're closer than you think in a way that I'm being very cute about it.
You're very cute.
Thank you. I feel like, we've only known each other for as long as this live stream, but I feel like I'm doing it longer than that.
I feel like off their will a little bit now. You know?
But if I'm, it's there's a little nod. There's a little nod.
What was that show called? Loveline?
Was that the Adam Carolla
and Dr.
Drew?
Dr. Drew. We're bringing it back.
Yeah, I should.
That show? This is what's happening right. What's happening right now?
What's your role in the show?
I'm gonna answer questions. You guys have
Dr.
about
Drew.
your own, love for each other that you don't understand.
Do I need to let them in the box?
What you don't understand. What is love?
It's just
What's the question?
thing you can get.
Oh, do I need to let you two in the box alone? It's not about the game.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
How are you doing in there, Justin?
I'm lost as shit, but it's okay.
So you can also combine herbs.
Oh yeah.
You got it. Okay.
I just used them all already.
You did. Okay, gotcha.
Justin knows.
Oh, more blood.
Hey, that's where I put him.
Hooray.
Oh, nice. That was
don't shoot
clutch.
again.
Got vomited on, but still shot his head off.
Style points.
I had $1.
Style points, indeed.
Yeah.
High drama. Clutch. Oh, you have the serum.
Yeah?
Did
I found a guy and he was dying and he was like, hey, get this thing.
Did you bring it back in time?
Oh, there's a time limit? Probably not.
Yeah, so you passed him. He was in the hall leading back to where you are right now.
Oh.
I don't know how long it's been, but yeah.
Was that him I just shot?
No, that wasn't Richard. If you go down this hallway and take a right, so basically come back where you came. But I feel like it should have auto gone in, yeah, right in there. I feel like it should have done a cutscene automatically, so Richard might be dead.
Oh, good.
But we can check. Yeah, that's Richard.
Yeah.
Maybe check on him. Is he breathing? Hey, bud. Oh no. Oh no. But I think you can use the serum.
No. Okay, it's good.
I think
shoot him in the head with a shotgun?
if you get poisoned later, I think you can actually use the serum to heal yourself if you're poisoned.
You're getting
Oh,
court
cool.
martialed.
I mean, he's already dead.
Why does
I'm
this-
here to save you. Well, if you're fine, I'll shoot you in the face.
Well, you
then.
gotta make sure he's
He
dead.
shot this man in the head with a shotgun after he was dead.
Dude, I'm shooting everyone after they're dead with a shotgun.
But he's a
Oh.
friend. Is that guy naked?
He's staring at the wall.
Speaking of shotguns, have we collected?
I think Jeff has a shotgun.
Jeff, did you find the broken shotgun?
Jeff, you get the shotgun?
Jeff.
Yeah.
Get the broken shotgun.
I know. What do you think? I'm gonna go get the
Oh,
shotgun.
Okay. All right, my bad. It's hard.
Wow,
it's
impressive.
hard. It's hard to watch two at once. You know.
Yeah.
It's like,
We needed a little walkie-talkie right
Oh
there,
my God.
Jeff.
Oh no! Drop something.
oh, is Jack on his tail?
No, he has too many items.
Oh, classic.
Harsh knife.
Oh yeah, the antique coins are used for upgrading and buying items later, so you can drop those. And oh, he discarded bullets.
Are they gone for good when you use
They-
it?
Oh, that's it. That's
That's
it.
a
That's all.
Bold
Yeah.
move.
Oh, my heart. But he's got a shotgun, so.
This is true.
Shoot that guy in the head.
But the shotgun he just put down looked way cooler. It was like a over-under double barrel.
But it's broke. It's broke. It's broke. Can't do much with it. Discard it.
So
Bullets.
Shotguns in video games are really important to me,
Yeah.
and I think that
It's a-
this is, you know, I played a lot of Doom growing up. You know,
Oh,
get
yeah.
the double barrel right, and like, and even the classic RE games, you saw like you aim it up, just
I'm
like
right there with you.
boom.
Any FPS I buy, I'm like, I'm starting with the shotgun.
Right?
I'm gonna hit people with
Shotguns are
it.
normally my least favorite.
It's just really easy to
Except
hit
in
people
Resident
with
Evil
it.
4.
Oh, good save. They don't disappoint in this one. Like, there's a real good weight to it. When you run with it, it kind of clatters a little bit. As a you know, the sound guy, I think that you'll appreciate it. I hope you will.
It's got some oomph.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, the RE4 shotguns are something else, obviously, because you blast like 5 guys into oblivion and they go
Right.
flying.
I would
Yeah.
always like buy nothing until I got to like the third area. and
Riot
buy
gun?
The new shotgun, the riot gun.
Yeah.
Buy it, yeah. So good.
What's the best shotgun in the game?
Well, I would say the riot gun, because the riot gun is in either from RE4 or the beautiful thing in the remake of Resident Evil is if you save Richard, actually, if you save him, he later dies anyway, because like canonically he's got to die, but like in the remake you can save him for a little bit and he comes and saves you and he drops his shotgun and it's a riot gun and it's got, you know, more bigger clip capacity, it's stronger, and it makes every shotgun shell you find more valuable. So for me, obviously I'm biased, but yeah.
I think the shotgun from the new Doom is pretty good.
It's so good. Which one?
The one you have at the beginning because it times up with the music.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
That was a really good move.
Unbeatable.
I have spent a lot of time with the shotgun in Halo. I have very fond memories of ending people's lives with it.
It's really good.
That's a cute shield you have.
Boom, head shot. And then like the super shotgun in like Doom 2
Right.
for me was just like the reload sound.
Yeah. I mean, you put super in front of something, it's got to be better anyways.
That's accurate.
That's why we're announcing
Yeah.
How many shotguns in Super Psycho now?
Super Psycho now.
Psycho.
Shotgun
Psycho
us.
Drum Master. I don't know what's going on. He's trying to push a fish tank that is full of water.
I saw a great thing today with it.
Oh, I saw that. You know, and one of the first comments I saw on it was like, "This is cruel. It's being cruel to this fish." And my thought was the exact opposite.
Right.
You have taken the shackles off of this. I mean, obviously you just put them in the ocean or whatever. But I mean, really, if you have to be in a tank and you can drive it,
like, put that thing in the corner of a room and be humane, you know? Put it in a dark corner where no one will see it. you
Yeah.
know? Don't let it drive around. Are you crazy?
in a giant gymnasium
Yeah.
for the internet, yeah. Cruelty. I don't understand. Oh, he pushed the tank the wrong direction, I think. Yeah, but that's the beauty. You can reset the room. That fish reminds me of something. Does it remind me of like there's some like evil genius fish that I don't know. Am I just thinking of American Dad?
I think I'm.
I was gonna say, you're thinking of Class from American Dad.
I really don't think about American Dad very much, so this is an odd moment, but I think it's been a long week.
It's kind of metaphor for life, you know. We're gonna be.
American Dad is?
No. It kind of is.
Getting real. Oh, got more grenade ammo. Or, yeah, it's weird
Wait,
because.
does he have a grenade launcher?
You have bazooka. They call it, the grenade. What is the grenade launcher functionally for the rest of the series is called the bazooka in the very first Resident Evil.
Crowzooka.
Crowzooka.
I think we're like 10 minutes away.
Okay.
Within Jeff's, like, is he 10 minutes away from something amazing?
So he's close actually. Hey Jeff.
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 Jeff! What?
Do you have the map for the basement? Can you find the dissection room if you can get there?
Yeah, well, that's where I'm going.
Oh, rock and roll. Sorry. Anyway, he's on his way.
This is gonna be horrifying.
If I told you, would it be? If it was a. Yeah. Anyway.
Board?
You're like in a good horror.
Real gruesome stuff.
Really? Oh, now you got me. It's so sad. So this is part of the third part of the game. It's like you barely scrape by in the basement, and then you find the scorpion, and you go back up and explore, and you finally get the shotgun. So the next time you come back down here, it's like you can actually take care of business a little bit.
That is a pretty good shotgun.
Yeah.
Nice and focused.
It does the job, and you only does it once, and that's it.
So kind of like in Resident Evil 1, you're collecting a collection of like these crests to open a door. At this point in 7, he's looking for these dog heads to complete the Cerberus like motif on the door to escape the mansion, and he just found one of them, but Jack grabbed it. But yeah, as we're getting closer to the end, like the scare toll, closer than I if you haven't played through the original Resident Evil, I think there's still a lot of jump scares in there that'll get you. But
I'm impressed by how unflappable Jeff is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He turns his emotion off when he plays.
As you'd have to survive an ordeal like this.
Yeah.
You'd almost have to.
To imagine if he was actually there, it'd be the same way.
Probably.
Stony
Yeah.
faced.
Yep.
Is there any guidance we can give to Justin in the last moments?
That one's a little bit more open-ended. I can see. All right, well, this is good. This is good progress here. He's about to solve a puzzle, which is necessary to keep rolling. So he's doing all right. Yeah, so I think there's another crest behind that in RE1 here, behind that glass. So he's got to try to figure out how to get it. Instinctively puts these statues over the grates.
Wait, is that the same
The
guy
way
I
you
saw
say that
in
makes me
the
think I'm going to kill myself doing this.
Oh, don't listen to me.
What did I say last?
What do you guys think is like one of the most gruesome games you've ever played?
Gruesome?
I can think of moments like the beginning of Dead Space 2.
Yeah. Oh man, that's
my God.
unflinching.
Hey, get
away!
Yeah. Okay.
Like the pillar of corpses.
Okay.
Find her in the bathtub.
Pretty brutal.
I guess the new Mortal Kombat's are pretty.
Yeah, those are
aggressive.
Yeah, that's true.
They're comical though.
No, they're not anymore. That's just the
They're
problem.
pretty comical to me. They're so absurd. It reaches funny.
Even the X-ray ones, like
Yeah, I mean,
They used to be like rib cages flying all over, and now they're like.
But I mean, dude, like ripping someone's spine out and like feeding it to him, it's like, it's just so ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay. That's my phobia.
Yeah.
Whoever can teach you to do that, I need to find that guy and be my sensei.
You know how Raz has his water curse? Mine is the same thing, but for having my spine ripped out.
That's wow. That's so hard for you.
Yeah, it doesn't come up with fun.
Yeah, no one else fears that.
Okay, so Jack, they're fighting Jack now. A little bit of damage, and now escalating the fight.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Did we talk about that a little?
The
What?
scissors.
Run away! Grab
That would terrify me. Coming at me with real giant scissors. Yeah, see, okay, that counts as a scare. That counts as a scare.
Oh, R1 uses it in the heat of the moment. Yeah. You can just tap R1 out of it, but that's the thing. Yes. Nice. Nice. You carried it. Did you see that? L1 blocking is very important.
The same
fight.
Yeah, first chainsaw fight.
Yeah, I can tell.
What is happening?
We also missed a line at the beginning of this. Is Jack said movie.
Oh, amazing.
And then it says.
So are these chainsaws made to be scissored?
It seems like it. To me, it feels like something that I'd see more in it almost looks like a Dead Rising weapon, right?
Yeah.
But like,
No, I don't know, man. Scissor knife or scissor chainsaws is a terrifying thing. I just
Really?
realized that's more. Big scissors scary.
Yeah.
Dude coming at me with chainsaw scissors. That's a
yeah.
whole different thing.
Agreed. Man, because it's like you don't even need that action
Yeah.
at all.
He doesn't need. He can just squeeze a little.
But
that's
Completely
enough.
superfluous.
Yeah.
No reason to have more than one chainsaw.
No.
If anything, it makes it harder to use.
Oh god damn it!
Oh no, Jill, get out of there, Jill. So we know what comes through the vents in that room.
Should have left him on there instead of making him kiss.
So Jeff was doing a really good job with the blocking.
Chainsaw fight.
Yeah. Round 2.
How strange is it?
It's jarring, but like, I mean, you turn pretty fast. But yeah, it is frightening. It's like really out of nowhere sometimes. And you think that you have more space between them and you, and suddenly there's no there. Especially in this fight. Another thing I should have given them a tip on is if you're backing up and you tap circle, you'll do a quick turn.
Okay.
A 180 degree quick turn, and it's really important for getting some distance quickly. Wow, a little bit of a growth there. An assist. Yeah, so this is just yeah.
When does
She's got surfboard. She surfs in around the 2-minute mark, doing enough damage. Sometimes it's 2 minutes past before you do enough damage.
she's like the wolf from
Yeah, she's in a bear trap. We didn't want to show that at the beginning of the game. That just gives a little bit away. That bear trap thing is like, who shoots the dog? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what monster? You deserve everything else. Oh, I'll say that from you.
I'm really bad about that game because I can't do the
Oh yeah, me too. It's like, and also like you'll play a game like maybe like Fallout, or if you put it together, you close off so many options. If you throw Tenpenny off of his tower, you just close yourself off to a lot of options. So I always go good too.
I can see for certain people though, that's half the fun. Is like I don't really kill people in the real life, so my chance to want to toss a lot of people in the real life.
They don't claim to know about that.
I mean, Fallout is always like play good and play.
Yeah. Just if the guy's like a real dick, then I'll do it. You know.
You have your falling down moment basically, like just like
There's also can I clear out my
that's doing a good job, like parrying.
The bet this is a real thing you can do. I saw it. Sure it's real.
1, 2, 3. It's like I like to imagine Jack like in the backyard or the garage, just training with those things. Like he's pretty good with them. You know what I mean? He's like that kid in your neighborhood who's just pretending that he had a lightsaber.
Yeah, he's got his staff.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, get in there. Oh, yeah. Oh,
oh, nice.
Just in there.
Oh, yeah, to get.
Ah! That's awful.
Yes. Strawberry Surf Rider right there.
Immunity boost.
This is about climax. Yeah, this is
nice. You think he's dead though?
No!
He ain't dead.
No!
He ain't dead.
Where are your pants going? Oh, there they go.
Good job. How are we on time, guys?
That's a good place to call it.
Yeah.
It's about as climactic as.
Come out of your caves.
He's got the dog head.
All right.
I wanna.
We might be done.
Oh, are we done?
Well done, guys. Crash, clatter, boom.
We're forever
You're
changed.
unscarable.
I'm like,
Well done,
like
man.
Iron.
You have been reborn from the murder box womb.
That's about as cleanly as I've seen that chainsaw battle go.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, dude.
blocking, like you're parrying him actually, like,
Yeah.
and that's pretty clutch. Otherwise, that can
I was
go
a
real
kid.
bad.
I think Jeff does that in his free
the
time.
chainsaw to the face and just holding it there for a while is pretty great. So.
Pretty satisfying. Yeah, you just dig that right in there. Nice work, man.
Yeah, that was great.
Simulator.
All right,
Yeah.
well, chainsaw deaths and all. It was
That was awesome.
pretty spectacular. Thank you very much for coming out and talking to us about Resident Evil 7. It's
Yeah.
pretty rad. It's a great game.
I'm glad that you enjoyed it. So it's for anyone that's watching that's interested. It's out on everything now. So PS4, you can play it in PSVR mode or not. It's optional. If you're that kind of masochist, which I guess since some of you are. It's also available on Xbox One, and then you can also play it on PC. So yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Justin, how'd you feel about Resident Evil 1?
Oh yeah.
It's a fun game. The headphones weren't working at first, so I didn't get too into it until the dog started like jumping through windows and trying to eat me. And then it was just like lost and confusing and oh, there's zombies and I'm dying.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty far.
Yeah. No, you did.
You bazooka the hell out of those dogs.
One shot is so much better than
Yeah.
Were you terrified the whole time?
Oh no, but half the time it's just like, where the fuck am I supposed to go? Why are there keys to get through doors?
Classic games.
All right. Well, thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining
No,
us.
seriously, thanks guys. Anytime. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
We'll see you guys next week
Yep.
for more games and
Yeah.
things. So.
Yeah, we'll let you know we're playing next time soon, hopefully. Awesome.